You meet nice Christians from Britain or other countries. They speak nicely with respect and everything. But these Christian missionaries here, they are the biggest liar who are giving bad name to Christians. They are here to lie against the deen of Allah, to lie against Islam. Their main target is to lie against our Prophet Muhammad SAW. But I will give you glad tidings. I will give you glad tidings. Even the guy who tried to burn the Quran in Norway, I will give you glad tidings. Just read the history. How many people tried to destroy Islam? People burned mosques, burned libraries, burned Muslims. What happened? They're gone in the bin of history. And Islam is still saying and is still spreading. People still accept Islam. You know why? Because Islam belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So you banning the Quran, alhamdulillah, is better than for the Quran to be in your dirty hands. You ban it better than to be in your dirty hands. But bear in mind, you banning the Quran, you are aiding the Muslim to spread Islam in Norway. We know people are accepting Islam in Norway and you cannot fight it, so you have to do something which is disgusting. And this is the way of the foolish one, the one who have not studied, they never been in school. Instead of debating with us, arguing with us, you go ban the Quran. Alhamdulillah, we don't ban the Bibles. Have you seen Muslims in the Muslim countries say, let us ban the Bibles? We don't do that. Because why? We know Islam is the truth. And we know any falsehood religion will not overpower Islam by the permission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So my glad tidings to you, which is not glad tidings, is very bad news for you, but it's a glad tidings in a way to make you more depressed and distressed, that Islam will spread more and more people will accept Islam without any sword or spoon or fork, by the permission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And look what happened to Tatar. Crusades came to the Muslim countries. They tried to destroy Islam. What happened to them? They've been destroyed, and Islam is still there, alhamdulillah. So you're not special. Barakallahu feekum. So this is a glad tidings for the Muslims. And all my Muslim brothers and sisters, when you see someone burn the Quran, don't go punch him. No, that's what they're looking for. They're looking for reaction. Walk away. Of course, we get angry without any doubt, but we have to be smarter than them, because they wanna do anything to make us angry. Then when we react, they say, look, violence. The best reaction is to expose the double standard. Okay. The best reaction is to expose the hypocrisy. Why? As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in the Quran, وَجَاهِدْهُمْ بِهِ جِهَادًا كَبِيرًا. Allah said, do jihad with it. Great jihad, which is it? The Quran. This verse was revealed in Mecca, and this Ibn Qayyim said the greatest jihad with a pen, because anyone can pick up a sword and go fight, but with a pen and the logical argument and the best speech, it's very rare people can do it. Yes, but you want to do something?
I just want to ask, because it's a narration from Prophet Sallallahu. If you cannot change evil by hand, change it by heart. By mouth. So
yes.
So if you cannot change by mouth,
yeah.
You hate it in your heart.
Yeah. Yes. So in this case, it's like telling us that if you see someone hurting us as a Muslim,
yeah,
you should attack them.
No, doesn't say the hadith. Hadith speaks about, for example, now if I see someone drinking alcohol in speaker's corner and smoking drugs, the hadith changing with your hand doesn't apply to me. Applies to people of authority. You understand? So this hadith has to be understood according to the Prophet Muhammad teaching and according to the companions and the scholars. You understand? Now if you see my son in my house doing something evil, you cannot change it with your hand, because you're not the person of authority. I'm the person of authority in the house. Understand, brother? So this hadith talking about there is levels of people. In your house, you are able to change it with your hand. If your son doing evil, you stop it with your hands and stop it. Okay? Outside your house, that is for the government to do that, not for you. Understand? Maybe if he's your friend and you can change it with your hand in a good way, yes. So we are in a non-Muslim country, there is a law, so we have to follow the law. Understand? We cannot change it with our hand. What we do, we can speak to him, try to reason with him. If he doesn't listen, walk away from him. Because sometimes his silence is louder than speech, and it burns them more. Silence. So you walk away from him, because what you tell him, alhamdulillah, you are burning the Quran because your dirty hand doesn't deserve it.
No, but the other thing,
and make him more angry.
Shamsi, you just say that when he's talking about the pen,
yeah,
which is jihad more than anything.
Yeah.
So when you hear this hadith, if the first idea comes to your mind, changing my hand means fight.
Also
which is not
writing.
true. Which is not true. Using your hand to write, using your hand to change things.
Yeah, of course.
Right? Physically, it doesn't mean that
because
it's
many Muslims, they give right to the
There's
Bible.
wisdom in what they write to write.
It doesn't say fight.
Who burned the Quran.
They give him rights.
They give rights to the Muslim who attacked that person. That Muslim who attacked that person who burned the Quran, because you know.
Well, of course, he burns us without any doubt.
But like burning our heart, you know,
of course.
Look,
let us learn from the Sahaba and Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was in Mecca, okay, and while he was praying, Abu Jahl and other Arab pagans, they went and after she come and give birth, naqa. What they call it? What they call it? Placenta comes out, yeah? So they picked it up and they put it on the back of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Abdullah ibn Mas'ud is watching it. And he said, I couldn't do nothing because I have no power. Who came? Fatima radiallahu anha, she came and picked it up and moved it to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And she started rebuking them, So again, Abdullah ibn Mas'ud was there, but he couldn't because why? He doesn't have the authority. He's living under their authority. You understand? And the best way is to expose them, to show them double standard. That look what you're doing. Okay, now they're saying we are against Islamization of Europe, yeah? Yeah, but we're not forcing no one to become Muslim. You know what I'm saying? People become Muslims in the park, out of the park. Alhamdulillah, people accepted Islam with a nice speech, with respect, because Islam makes sense. And it goes in line with the sound reasoning and the natural inclination. And they cannot fight Islam. So what they're doing? They try to bend the Quran. They try to insult our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They're not harming no one except themselves. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Abu Jahl, brother. Abu Jahl, Abu Lahab, Al-Walid ibn Mughira, where they gone? ذهبوا إلى مزبلة التاريخ. They went into the bin of history. What Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Allah raised his name high. Allah, how many people love Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Abu Jahl he went to the bin of history. Inna shani'aka huwa al-abtar. Anyone who is the enemy of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, if he does not make tawbah, Allah will cut off his name. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam always in adhan, ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, ashhadu anna Muhammad rasulullah. The most popular in Britain is Muhammad. And you see many non-Muslims accepting Islam. Non-Muslims, their family are not Muslims. They have not been forced to. They accept Islam and they are well educated. Alhamdulillah. So we have to do it the correct way. The correct way is I'm not allowed to touch him with my hand because that is for the government to do that. Even to show good image to Islam. That as a person, as a British citizen or Norway, from Norway or any country, accept the law. I'm not going to touch him with my hand. Even the Muslim countries. It's not for you to touch them with your hands, for the government as well. So we have to show them the best way is to expose their double standard. They keep talking about killing innocent people. Islam, we are against killing innocent people regardless in a Muslim country or a non-Muslim country. Barakallahu feekum. Jazakumullahu khair. Is that clear, akhi?
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. So the Muslims have to be careful. Barakallahu feekum. Hayyakum Allah.
Don't run away. Don't run away. Don't run away. Don't run away.